Tonight on Tortured Bourbon, we taste 3 bourbons voted best in the world 2024.
That's right, but are they actually the best? Stick around and find out.
What's up, Heather?
What's up, B?
We're excited. We have something special for the viewers tonight.
We do. It's an exciting episode.
It is. But before we go any further, we'd like to thank all of you for tuning in. We'd like to thank all of you who reached out to us, hit us up on the socials, and for those of you who have liked and subscribed. But if this is your first time with us, take this opportunity to click that little like and subscribe button, and we'll wait just 1 second. And if you'd like to reach out to us, our social information you'll also find in the description. We've got emails, we got Instagram.
We got Instagram, we got Facebook. Just hit us any way you want to. Carrier pigeon.
The artist formerly known as Twitter.
That's
yeah,
right.
we've got that too.
That's right.
So
we do.
Yeah,
I refuse to call it X.
That's right. And what else do we have down there?
We also have a buy us a cup of coffee link. If you would be so kind to throw a few extra pennies our way, we would greatly appreciate it. It helps us keep the show going.
Yep. It's sort of like Patreon, but different.
But cooler.
Yeah,
I
but
think.
cooler. Yeah,
But
it's hip
cooler.
because it says buy us a cup of coffee.
If we are anything, we're hip.
Oh yeah, we're real hip.
So hip.
Check this out. All right, so
Did you just look at your hip?
yeah, look at my hip.
I thought you looked at your actual physical hip.
I was looking at this cool shirt. All right.
Your shirt is also hip.
Back to the viewers. We have something special for them. We're going to ease and soothe their torture.
That's right, B, because we were able to secure 3 of the bourbons on the winners of 2024 list, and 2 of them are allocated.
That's right. Our efforts are paying off.
Your efforts.
Well, it's a team effort.
I'm very supportive
That's
emotionally.
right. Emotional support is
and
important.
financially.
And financially, yes. And for all of you who want to buy us a cup of coffee, see the link below. Anyway, so.
Speaking of supporting us financially.
So a few weeks ago, Storytime with B, I sent you an article to read. In fact, I
2.
sent you 2 articles
2
to
actually,
read.
yeah.
And what was the subject of those articles?
They were the award-winning bourbons of 2024 internationally.
And how did it make you feel?
Poor. And like we could never get them.
You're right.
Ever. Tortured. Poor and tortured there.
Poor and tortured. Yep, that's how I felt. When we saw that the number 1 Scotch in the world, the Altmore Orloso.
Is that like Wingardium Leviosa?
I'm telling you, it's straight out of Harry Potter. It's aged in sherry cask for 25 years, and it can be yours. You can get a whole bottle of it for
$1,300.
$1,300. It better be fantastic.
I don't even know how good it better be for that much money.
$1,300.
I could fly to Scotland.
Get in my belly!
Yeah.
Yeah. First class, maybe.
Have a little pint of bitter and be just happy as you can be. Best single malt Scotch. Aberlour.
Right. But not the one we've had before.
Yep, the Abunda.
Yeah, Aberlour Abunda.
And reasonably priced at $100. I mean,
yeah, you just can't get it.
You just can't get it here.
In North Carolina.
But Aberlour is one of our favorites.
It's so good.
And in fact, we were up at a local place up here, and the owner was talking to us about how Aberlour is one of his favorites.
That's right. Yeah, it gets good reviews across the board.
It's fantastic. Yeah. Now, when we got down to the American whiskey category, which they defined as bourbon, George T. Stagg, not the little brother Stagg, George T. Stagg, on the secondary Daddy Stagg, on the secondary market. What can you pay for a bottle of that?
It's less than $1,000.
That's great.
It's $900.
So it's more than a car payment.
So we can't find it, and it's $900.
And it's $900. But we are willing to taste test it if anyone would like us to send us a bottle.
That's right.
However, we did look further down the list, and we found some breathing room for people who have jobs.
For normal humans like us.
That's right.
We found our category.
It's called the best small batch. But this is not what we're tasting.
It's called less than $100.
Yeah, it's not what we're tasting tonight.
No.
But best small batch. This is just informational. Voted number 1, 1792 small batch, coming in at $35 a bottle retail.
That's right. And number 2 was a fan favorite around here, Elijah Craig small batch.
The Reverend Elijah Craig.
Coming in at $35 as well.
You better believe it.
And then what was third, B?
The third is Larceny small batch.
Which is something we've had around here for a while.
Quite a bit. Shout out to my buddy Andy, bringing it into my world about 5 or 6 years ago.
He's a smart guy.
He is a smart guy.
I'd listen to him.
But then we had some excitement because I was
right.
I was expecting when we got to because we're starting to really like bottled and bond.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of our journey.
It is learning the different types and what it means.
And we've been really enjoying bottled and bond. And I was really expecting to see something just completely unattainable. And it was $17.92 bottled and bond.
That's right. And so we had a little bit of hope. It was very highly rated.
93.95 points. And if you can find it, you're talking $50 a bottle.
Right. It's not super expensive, but again, the key is if you can find it.
And then we looked at the American Distilling Institute's international competition.
Say that 5 times fast.
No. And especially not a night like tonight. That's not happening.
No.
We looked at it, and it was rating the best bourbons in America.
Mm-hmm.
And it said the best bourbon, a bottle of Larceny, barrel proof, A124.
That's right. And so I promptly took a screenshot and I sent it to you and I said, I want this. And you sent back, ha, 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 and crying face, laughing face.
Yeah, because at first you were like, it's only $65 a bottle. I
and
said,
it's Larceny. Surely we can get it.
I said, that's great. Where would you like me to go to find this? But we started looking, and
because it's affordable.
It's affordable, and we just couldn't find it. But to give you an idea of the allocation world, and I feel even more empowered telling this story today after speaking to some establishment owners today.
Right.
After speaking to some bar owners who do a lot of business, I feel even better about telling this story today. Mm-hmm. So allocation here in North Carolina and in the county of Wake is a mystery. How they do it, how they talk about it, what's allocated, what's not, where those bottles go, the percentages. It's pretty curious. But we want to give a hard example of just how interesting it can be. In the county next to us, the great county of Durham, which we frequent quite a bit, amazing food, great culture, Durham Bulls. There's a lot to like about Durham. And fantastic people working in their ABC stores. It's not about them.
But a suspicious allocation system.
Yeah. So, on the website that we're showing you right now, here are the rules. We're going to do a drop every week. We're not going to tell you which ABC store, and we're not going to tell you what time or what day. So it's going to be Monday through Saturday, and it's going to be the hours they're open. Mm-hmm. But I think there's 16 ABC stores in Durham.
So theoretically, it sounds very fair.
Yeah, they pop it up on the website. Once it's dropped, then you show up.
First come, first serve.
So the past 3 or 4 times we've gone. And if we haven't gone, we have sent someone. In fact, my dear old mother even went for us one time. And we have timed it where we have not entered the store less than 20 minutes after the drop. Mm-hmm. Now, some of these are during the workday. Some of these are in the morning. Mm-hmm. Oh, in the morning is when they're open.
When they're open, right.
They're at different hours. But once we get there, the lion's share of what has been dropped at 1 bottle per customer with a minimum of 100 bottles dropping is gone.
Which, if nobody's supposed to know when or where, how is there that many people in front of you?
And there's
supposed to be 100 bottles, right?
And according to the people at the store, there was a line prior to the drop.
It's a mystery.
I
think it's for Scooby-Doo.
It's for Scooby-Doo. It's a mystery for Scooby-Doo. Shout out to Scooby-Doo.
And the mystery machine on your shirt.
But but people with grit and with desire, we went out.
Gumption.
And we looked for an opportunity, and we found us a honey hole.
Okay, so for the people out there not from the country, what is a honey hole?
Honey hole is where you find a nice stash of something that you find very valuable and very rare.
Oh, so it's like Winnie the Pooh in the tree.
It's like Winnie the Pooh in the tree.
Okay.
Yep.
I got a visual.
And when he's in the tree, he loves the honey. Just loves the honey.
So where is your honey hole?
Bunn, North Carolina.
Where is Bunn?
North Carolina.
Thank you. I know that.
It's in Franklin County.
It's in Franklin County.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Franklin County.
So not too far from here.
45 minutes.
Okay, that's not bad.
Population 327.
Wow.
They lost 4 people since the last census.
I guess they moved.
They did. It's 0.54 acres.
Wow. That's
and
small.
it was purchased in 1909 by the Montgomery Lumber Company.
I've never heard of the Montgomery Lumber Company.
Here we sit. We both have political science, history backgrounds. Mm-hmm. We have a multitude of degrees.
And a lot of North Carolina history under our belt.
Do you know that I wasn't able to learn anything about the Montgomery Lumber Company except next to our honey hole is this abandoned old railroad house.
All right, so let me get this straight. You do lumber, but you only buy a town that's half an acre.
0.54.
Right. And then all you build is this one small
Now abandoned railroad
depot. Yeah, they were definitely not running moonshine.
No, I doubt
And we
it.
can't find anything out about them.
Nope, they were not.
Either
running
that or
moonshine
they were the worst lumber company in America.
in America. But in the beautiful town of Bunn, population
Across from the railroad depot, right?
Across from the railroad depot, as you can see, here is the beautiful Bunn ABC store. It's quaint, and in 0.54 acres, it takes up a little bit of space.
Mm-hmm.
So we're very appreciative. 3 of the nicest people you'll ever meet working there. And it's interesting because we live in an area where between Wake and Durham and our surrounding areas, there's probably 2 million people.
Right.
Right. It's getting close. And I know that's not as big as Chicago, but for North Carolina, it's us in Charlotte.
We're in a metropolis.
It's us in Charlotte.
North Carolina.
And our tax base is strong, and our ABC stores look like Taj Mahals.
They're massive.
And they use the exact same architecture style as our new firehouses.
I had never thought of that, but you were so
They
right.
look exactly
They look
alike.
exactly the same. Somebody saved some money on just reading
That's
those
right.
plans.
So they look
They
fantastic.
do look exactly the same.
So I rolled a bun. It's 45 minutes away. Meet these 3 wonderful people. They're generally listening to the police band radio for entertainment, which is what you do.
That's what you
if
do in the
you're not
country.
from a small town, that's what you do.
That's what you do. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Don't knock it till you try
that's
it.
right. And somebody is on, quote, the rescue squad,
Yeah.
unquote. It's not the EMS.
absolutely.
It is the rescue
It's the
squad.
first responders. Yep.
And they've got their beepers. I mean, it is.
It's all volunteers.
And it's all going back to my youth. I mean, we're just relating what life was like for us as kids. And I walk in the back, and I love this place. They have these little shelves. So they're not even the industrial shelves. They're reclaimed bookshelves is what they look like.
I love it.
And in the back, there's a sheet of paper, and it's written in Sharpie, and that makes it that much special. Quote, 1 per person, and don't even think about bringing your grandma up here in the car to cheat.
And they'll know because there's 327 people in the town. So they're going to know if you cheat with grandma.
So, absolutely. So, it's great.
So you didn't cheat. So we're still in good with them,
We're still
right?
in good.
Okay.
But they'll talk to you. They'll have a conversation. I mean, it's very nice.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's
you always
fun.
come back with a fun story.
I do. But the last time I'm in there, I walk in, and this is what they have. The Larceny Barrel Proof A124.
The #1 award winner for
5 or 6
2024.
bottles. 5 or 6 bottles. There it was. But not only did they have it, sitting next to it. And to me, a very unique bottle
Yeah, it's a cool bottle.
with a little gold top. The 1792 bottled in bond.
Both on the same shelf,
Yeah.
which is pretty amazing.
But you know what?
But you couldn't buy both.
You can't buy both.
Even if you had grandma in the car, which
Even
your
if you had
granny would
grandma.
come. Your granny would come. She would go. She would ride
She
for you.
would. She
She'd
would
ride
have.
for you.
She'd
But
ride or die.
it wouldn't matter.
Wouldn't matter.
Wouldn't
Can't
matter.
cheat. So 2 trips later, we had both bottles. But I will say this about those wonderful folks.
Oh yeah, they gave you another recommendation, right?
They gave me another recommendation. So I'm in there, and we're going to talk about this another time. But this is a Old Bardstown. It's made by the Willett folks, and we're gonna review Willett.
Oh,
We've got several
absolutely.
Willett products we really like. So I'm in there. I got to tell this story, and the guy goes, "I was joking about getting some McKenna tenure because we've been looking for McKenna tenure.
Yes.
Can't find it.
Let us know if you have a
Yep.
tip.
And I said, "You got any McKenna tenure back there?" He goes, "No, man, but let me show you something." I said, "Okay." So he goes over and he picks this up, and he goes, "Quote, I took this to one of my meetings last week, and they loved it. Why don't you get a bottle?"
What kind of meeting?
I'm not asking. I'm not asking.
Yeah, I'd like you to preserve the relationship,
So
please.
I bought it, brought it home. We've not cracked it yet. But lo and behold, I looked at the allocation list for Durham this week. Guess what's on it?
This bad boy.
This bad boy's on it. So I'm looking forward to trying
See,
it.
our folks in Bunn are looking out for us.
They're good people.
They are good people.
So let's talk about Larceny for a second. So Larceny's made by Heaven Hill.
Heavy hitter around here.
Yep. Bardstown, Kentucky. They do share their mash bill. It is the same as their regular Larceny.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a 68% corn, 20% wheat, and 12% malted barley.
Coming
Now
in at 92 proof for the regular.
And then
right?
124 proof for our barrel proof.
Okay.
So there's a
proof
significant
difference,
upkick,
yeah.
right? And then 1792. For those of you who don't know, this comes from the good people of Sazerac. What does Sazerac make?
Buffalo Trace. We've mentioned it once or 20 times.
Buffalo Trace, Colonel Taylor, Blanton's, Weller. That's their juice, right?
Yeah.
So what's the one thing about them? They're not going to do
They're
what?
not going to tell you their mash bill. So
They're
we
not telling
can't
you
give
their
you
mash
for the
bill.
bottled and bond or the regular. We can't give you the mash bill.
But it is made in the 1792 distillery.
In
one
Bardstown
and
as
one
well.
in Bardstown, but they have the same mash bill. One is, the 1792 small batch, and the other one is bottled and bond, so we know it's 100 proof.
Right.
And we know they've both been, they do talk about their age statements, but we know how long it's been aged, at least 4 years in
That's
a
right.
federally bonded warehouse,
That's
bottled
right.
and bond, blah, blah, blah,
See,
blah.
we've already learned so much on this here show.
So here's the plan. We've cracked those bottles. We have them in glasses here. They've been breathing a little bit longer than we've been recording. So we're excited, and we are going to use our patented ranking system to talk about these four bourbons.
That's right, B, the trademarked ranking system.
Yes, developed by our brain trust from UNC and NC State.
That's right.
Let's remind the good people, for best of the best, we rank that cock of the walk.
For ones we think that are really, really good and very much worth the money, hush your mouth.
That's right. For everyday sippers. These are not average. These are old and these are reliables. That dog will hunt.
For bourbon that needs a little help, you need to mix it with something. Bless your heart.
Yep. And for the bourbon, you just need to leave it at the bar in the bottle and walk away, step back, maybe go get yourself a nice mezcal. It's Piddlin.
It's Piddlin.
Yep.
It's sad.
So there we are, bringing the culture to the people.
That's right.
So why don't we start with 1792?
Let's do it. And I'm
Just the
excited
regular
to
1792.
apply our rating system here.
And while we'll talk, I'll put the bottle and bond in front of us. So this is the bottle and bond. We're drinking the regular 1792 right now.
Woo! That has a spice and a little bit of a kick at the back end.
Yeah, it does. We've had 1792 before. We haven't had the bottled and bond, but I don't remember that kick.
It does have some spice. And it's got a kick again. It wasn't just the first taste.
It just wasn't the first. All right.
That dog's going to hunt for me.
I agree with you. I think that dog hunts. If it's there at its regular price, or if it's, happens to be the special that week,
That's right. Give
give it a
try.
shot. Especially if you like something a little spice.
Yeah, definitely be ready for something with a little bit of a kick.
Yep.
Now for the bottled and bond.
Yep.
Another award winner. I definitely get more of a sweet aroma than the regular 1792.
Yep.
That has a nice finish.
That is a very nice finish. Little caramelly. Is that a word?
It can be on this podcast.
Fantastic. Yeah.
That does have a caramel taste. That's very good.
I'm not going to rate it yet.
Oh, you want to think about it?
I want to think about it.
Okay.
But we can go to the larceny.
We're allowed to do that. It's our show.
Yeah, we
can withhold it and wait.
We are.
We're making the rules here.
We're 50% of the stockholders right here
we're
in front of the camera.
We're making the rules here.
The other 50%
are behind the
are
camera.
behind the camera.
Oh, pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
All right, so we're gonna go to the larceny and we're gonna withhold ranking of the bottled and bond.
Yep. Very familiar. Mm-hmm. Very familiar. Does make a good mixed drink. To me, I'm going to be a little harsh. To me, that's between That Dog Will Hunt and Bless Your Heart. It's like the dog's got 3 legs.
It's like it's not one I would choose to sit and sip if I had other options. But like you said, it would hold up well in a mixed drink.
Yeah, and I think part of my issue with it, and this is just maybe me being a little pretentious, is that I remember when it cost a little less.
So you feel like for the price, it's not what it should be.
I know that all the prices have gone up, but I feel like it's gone up a little bit exponentially.
It's gone up too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's just me. It's a 3-legged dog.
It's not bad. And there are probably people out there that really, really like it.
Absolutely.
But
absolutely.
I think, like you said, it would make a good old-fashioned.
Now, here we go to the A124. And this is the barrel proof.
That's right.
This has a deeper color than the other. Now, the other three have beautiful colors, but this has a beautiful color.
Yes, it does.
You can tell it's got some kick to it just from the smell.
Taste it. You'll really follow the kick. Ooh.
It's all at the end for me. And there it is.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm obviously not a professional taster, but I'm ready to. Where do you put that?
Ooh. Okay, it's good, but I don't know why it won number 1 in the world.
We had Baby Jane today.
We did, and it was fantastic. We're gonna do a whole episode on Widow Jane and all of her children.
So
we got to, but we need to get back to the task at hand.
So,
we need to rate
larceny,
these.
barrel proof, A124.
That dog hunts.
It's a good dog.
Yeah.
It's a good dog. It's a dog that it might help you get some other pups around.
That's right. That's right. It's good. It's
It's
good.
good.
It's good. It doesn't knock my socks off.
No.
No.
I'm
I
not-
mean,
I'm-
it might because the proof is really high.
But I'm not paying more than $65 for it.
No, I wouldn't go above that for that either.
And I might not buy it again.
I don't think I would fight people at the ABC store
No.
for it. There's other things that I would go for first.
But if you haven't had it and you're into
Definitely.
barrel proof and you're into something strong,
That's right.
you should give this a shot.
If you like a high proof and you like a little bit of spice, absolutely give it a try.
Now that goes back to the 792 bottled and
17, yeah.
1792 bottled and bond.
Then we got. I want to taste it again after having tasted the A124.
Yeah.
It's really smooth.
Yeah, and see then
That caramel at the end.
the caramel comes in a little more.
Yeah, it gets you.
All right, so I'm back to saying this. The bottled and bond for me is it's getting close to hush your mouth,
It is. Okay,
getting
that's high
close.
praise.
but it's not quite there.
Okay, it's almost there.
It's almost there.
Yeah.
But
So
tomorrow
that
it'll be
is like the
different.
best hunting dog that you've ever hunted with.
That's a really good hunting dog.
I think that dog will hunt for me, but it's a really good one. It's not quite hush your mouth for me, but it's a darn good hunting dog.
But we now can say that we have tasted two allocated bourbons that
Yeah.
considered some of the best you could buy.
Yeah, we have. And I think maybe we just don't have the refined palate of the international
Distillers Association.
whatever.
Hey,
Okay, we know what we like and what we don't like. I would not recommend any of these.
absolutely.
They're
If
all
you,
solid
If you can buy them
choices.
for retail,
That's right.
buy
That's
them
right.
for retail.
Yeah, don't get in a bidding war. Don't pay way over retail for them. But
And one thing that we would like to do though is we'd like to start a new segment here on the show.
yes, we would.
We like to go to trivia.
We love trivia. We're nerds. We've told you this. And we go as a group. We get our kids into it.
Yeah.
We have a lot of fun with it.
Sometimes we do really well,
A lot of times we do really well.
and then sometimes they ask
don't
questions.
shortchange us.
But then sometimes they ask questions about geography.
Okay, so we have 4 incredibly intelligent people in this friend group, and none of us are good at geography. It's our Achilles heel.
Well, even when we actually have 6 really intelligent people in this
Oh yeah,
friend
sometimes other friends come. They're also incredibly brilliant, and they also suck at geography.
group. It doesn't seem.
We even brought your mom to help with geography.
We
and
brought-
it
we-
didn't go well.
We brought my cousin, and it didn't help.
No,
No one knows
we
geography.
had all ages, all backgrounds, all occupations. We all suck.
I
at
think
geography.
our kids know more geography than
I
we
think
do.
so too. We might have cheated a little bit with our kids.
So that's great. So with that, trivia with Ryan.
Good evening, everyone.
Okay, now how do we signal who's going to answer?
I'm gonna ask you both. So just FYI. So what this segment, I kind of came up with this section on the segment, excuse me, on the fly the other night. and basically, I'm also a history nerd, just like our two esteemed hosts with a degree in history as well. And so I just thought it would be fun to have some trivia at the end based on the topics of the episode. So 2 or 3 questions each episode, just to test the knowledge of our two wonderful hosts here.
This is going to be an empty shell.
I don't know about that. But anyway, so I'm just going to ask you a question. I don't care who goes first.
Can we consult with each other?
You can ask me questions.
Okay, all right.
But
Team trivia.
Yeah, I will reveal as much as I can without actually giving away the answer.
Okay.
But yeah. So, and this first question is you really can't ask me a lot of questions about it because it's a true false question.
Okay.
So you guys were talking about the rankings of the most current, whiskey competitions and things like that, and I looked up some results to see if there was a little more local connection to some of the competitions, and came across a couple of lists. So I'll just give you a true false question. In the 2024 U.S. Open Whiskey Championships, okay. True or false, there was a North Carolina micro distillery that finished in the top 5. True or false?
True.
That is true. Do you
Old
know?
Fitzgerald.
It is not
Old
Old Fitzgerald.
Oh.
Is it Old Raleigh?
It is not.
Oh, wow.
It is Weldon Mills Distillery in Weldon, North Carolina.
Weldon, North Carolina.
Yes.
Field trip.
So
Shout out Weldon.
Well done.
So,
well
yeah.
done, Weldon.
yeah.
Wow.
So they finished 3rd in the top 5 micro distilleries.
Is Weldon near
So,
Bunn?
I have no
I'm
idea.
not sure. There will be a bun related question here in just a moment.
Ooh, I'm excited.
So you both
Do we have to name all 327 people that live there?
No. So you both. I'm going to give you both a point. I'm going to keep a running tally of who. I'm going to keep a running tally. So anyway.
All right.
So for question number 2, you referred to a honey hole earlier, and the definition that you gave was pretty spot on. But there is a very popular reality television series where the two hosts refer to honey holes quite often on their trips.
That's American Pickers.
It is American Pickers.
Ooh.
Yes.
Is that even still on?
Yes, Mike and Frank refer to them
They
all the time.
They had a falling out.
Well, they did.
Mike and
but-
Frank aren't friends anymore.
Well, I don't know if it's still on the air, but I've seen reruns at least.
Yeah.
So
Hey, it's pretty popular.
It
Yeah.
is. It is.
Okay.
It's a cool show.
all right. So I'll give. B didn't really.
Well, everyone, it is a
Yeah.
27-hour walk to Weldon, North Carolina from here, my friends.
We're on our way.
All right. Okay.
it
Final.
going.
All right. Final question of the episode. And you referred to Bunn, North Carolina earlier, where you found your honey hole.
That's right.
Your current honey hole. Bringing back. I'm a sports guy as well. Big sports guy. There is a current active NFL player from Bunn, North Carolina, in the National Football League right now.
What team do they play on?
Well, that was going to be my bonus question. Was if you can name the current team that they are a part of. I will give you. They have been a member of the Carolina Panthers at one point. I will give you that.
And they're a current player?
They are a current player. I do not know if they are on a current active roster, but they are at least on a practice roster according to the internets.
You're up.
Would you like for me to give you what college?
Where? Yes, I was about to
Okay.
ask you what college do they go
He
to.
played at North Carolina A&T.
Oh, gosh.
He was a 3-time MEAC Offensive Player of the Year, if that helps.
Yeah, that helps a lot. I have all those memorized.
Does he play for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
He does not.
I'm not gonna.
You're not going to name
I'm not
every
gonna
NFL
destroy
team.
our viewership.
Yeah.
All right, we.
I think we waved the white
Okay.
flag on
No,
that.
Okay. Well, the answer is Tariq Cohen.
Tariq
Who
Cohen.
used to play for the Chicago Bears, actually made a Pro Bowl with the Chicago Bears.
Okay.
Oh wow.
And
That's
he went
awesome.
to Bunn High School before he went to North Carolina A&T. He was drafted in the 4th round by the Chicago Bears.
Wow.
And like I said, he made a Pro Bowl with them. He was out of the league for a few years, but then he was with the Carolina Panthers, and now he is currently on the New York Jets.
Well,
So,
maybe
there you go.
that's how Bunn lost 4 people.
Maybe that was.
Tariq moved his family out of Bunn.
Hey.
All right.
So
So
hey,
That's pretty cool. Good for
hey,
him.
rock star, man.
Yeah, that's awesome,
hey, Live your dream.
all right,
Live
so
your dream.
That's awesome.
Anyway, all right. So, well, thanks for playing along. And
Absolutely.
yeah,
Those were
there you
great
go.
questions.
Yeah, those are really good questions. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
2 out of 3. That's a song by Meatloaf.
Good to know.
Good
that,
to
that
know.
wasn't a bonus question.
No, it was
You don't
not.
get an extra point.
All right, so what are you going to cheers with?
Oh man, I'm gonna pick the 1792
bottled in bond.
Well, that was a fun episode.
That
I'm
was
glad we
fun.
got to try some of the best of 2024.
I am too. I'd like to also thank, we were hosted today by Happy Endings.
That's right. Shout out Happy Endings.
They
We can't
are-
wait to do more collaborations
Yep,
with you.
they have some surprises coming for you guys and for us, and we're looking forward to sharing that with you.
That's right.
So please stay tuned. And if you're in the Raleigh area, please go over. Chances are one of the 2 people working behind the bar are the owners.
That's right.
That's owned by a husband and wife team.
And they have literally poured their heart and soul into
They
that
have poured their
business.
heart and soul. And we're going to be talking about it a little bit more. So please go visit them. And until next time, as always,
Cheers,
cheers,
y'all.
y'all.